What is up, guys, and welcome to Crashy's Xsplit tutorial. This is going to be a little bit of a basics tutorial. I really, honestly, just can't sleep, and I know there's been some people that always kind of ask me questions. I want to go through a little bit of the basics, show you guys kind of how I use my Xsplit, and then just give you a really broad idea of how Xsplit works. Now, first of all, you can see my Xsplit window right here. You can see you have your presentations, your audio right down here. You have your sources, and then you have your basically your options. So first off, you want to start off and you want to go to File. You want to see you have presentations, load presentation, save presentation. And this is all things that you'll have down at the bottom. You don't really need to mess with anything under File. I don't actually do anything under the File tab. Just to let you guys know, I really do not never use File ever. I just don't. It's my personal preference. I don't have it that way. Now, View. These settings seem to get like overlooked for some reason because they're not actually under like the settings, your broadcast settings. But View is very important. First off, resolution, and this is a big option that I feel gets overlooked. If you want to be a good streamer or a respected streamer, you're going to have to pick a resolution that is 16:9, and that's the aspect ratio. It's the widescreen that fits in YouTube players on Twitch. If you have anything that's like 4:3 or anything that's not 16:9, it's either going to be too big, too small, and it's not going to fit the player. It's not going to look very good. So you can see all these that I have listed right here. They're all 16:9. You can go into this edit resolutions. You see a ton of different options: 4:3, 4:3, 5:3, 8:5, and the only ones that I have checked and selected are 16:9s. Get right back to that for you guys. And depending on what you want to stream, your quality will be the second number. If you guys don't know that, 1280 by 720. What does that mean? That means 720p quality. So I'm currently streaming at 1280 by 720, which is 720p quality. I run a 1080p monitor and I play in 1080p, but I'm actually streaming at 720 rather. Now, this is important. If your computer, your internet cannot handle that, stay 16:9, but drop your resolutions. Guys, remember with this guide, it's going to be a really good, helpful way to kind of see where you're at. But at the same time, it's also important to remember that it's all trial and error. I can't tell you exactly where you need to put your settings. It really depends on your computer, really depends on what you're streaming, how you're streaming it, and a bunch of things like that. So just try to, take what I can give you, and always remember it's trial and error. First off, if you want to be a successful streamer using XSplit, you need to have a good internet connection. I recommend a 3 upload speed minimum. You can probably get away with 1.5, but it's just not going to look that great, and I don't recommend it. I think I have about a 10. I used to have about a 5 or a 6, and then it got bumped up to 10. Let's go to frame rate. Now with frame rate, I'm actually running at 50 frames. Standard, I think most people are going to run at 30 frames. I like to run it at 50. It's a little bit higher, looks a little bit cleaner. It's really just my own. Fade is better. You can just transition. It fades. You can do a bunch of different things. That's really just what's that? Preference, transition speed preference. Projector, screen 1, 2, and 3. I've never actually even messed with that. So viewpoint, scale point. This is going to be how big your screen comes in. Now, I have mine at 60%, for example. I don't understand why this works. If I put this bigger like that, it gets big, and I don't really know why that is. I think it's to show you like a real-time presentation of what your broadcast is going to look like. So again, let's put mine down. It's still big, but I don't really want it that big on my desktop. So I go to the scale point, I put it down to 60%, and this is a size that I'm comfortable with. This is the XSplit size that I'm comfortable with. Now, let's go ahead and go into broadcast. Pretend these aren't here. To add your stream, you're going to want to go to Edit Channels. Add. Of course, I believe everybody will be using Justin.tv or Twitch TV. You're going to go ahead and add a new channel. Pop up, and you see your Justin TV, Twitch TV properties. You want to add your username. This is all going to be real copy paste. Add your username, your password. If you're not using your password, you can use your stream key. You can find that on Twitch.tv. Your channel. Let's see. I'm going ahead and go into mine so I can show you and explain why you do what it is. So this is my you can see my stream key right here, and I believe that's cut off. I'll have to blank that out a little bit. And so you can see my username comes up, and my password blank. I'm using the stream key. I have my channel. It just actually selects what my channel name is, and then location. Now for my location, what you're going to want to do is come in here and you want to find the location that best suits you. my location, you can see my best response time, it's marked in green, is going to be the Dallas, Texas area. I'm from Houston. The best server I'm going to be connecting to is Dallas, Texas. I think I have it on default right now, which pretty much picks for me. Now, again, I'm running at about a 10 upload speed. I believe I'm at 10, maybe 8. And so I am running at 2500 bitrate. Now, I can run higher. I'm not a partnered streamer. I'm running at 720p. 720p is a little bit hard on people that don't have good internet. So I was originally streaming at 4000 bitrate. And people complained, if you're not a partner streamer and you have good internet, I recommend running at 2500 bitrate with a quality at 10. You want to open up this setting, you want to put your quality at 10. You can leave this default. Your encoder is going to be very fast. Now let's talk about the encoder. And this, it even tells you what it does. It's your video compression. Your encoder preset is going to be your video compression. So, I have mine set to very fast. It's going to compress with low CPU usage, which means it's all going to be using more of my internet connection. It's not going to use up as much of my CPU. Now, I could actually stress my CPU less or more if I have a really powerful CPU, which I do, but I choose not to do that. Just in case I ever have any hiccups in my system or anything like that where it actually needs the resources. So I don't want to compress and I just don't stress it. I just leave it very fast. It seems to work fine with me. My buffer rate I always leave linear to my bit rate. I've heard that you're supposed to straddle them a little bit and put your buffer a little higher. I don't see a need to. My audio encoding codec is going to be the AAC LC high quality with a bit rate of 128 kilobits per second, or it used to be like 128,000 if you're familiar with that, with a 4.1 kilohertz stereo. Now, I don't automatically record. I'm not interested in saving my recordings. So if I want to record them, I can go back. And if I wanted to record specifically, I could do that on my own. And I could do not interleave. So those are kind of the channel settings. You can always go in and test your bandwidth to the server, see how it runs. And you always want to do test runs. I also have a secondary stream here because sometimes I don't want to go live and be embarrassed that I don't have my stuff the way I want it. And so I just don't really have it that way. This is just your Xsplit profile, your general tab. This I do want to go over as well. I usually leave all of these on enable game source, video camera output. I haven't really messed with them that much. Hide screen region. This option, so many people don't know that it's there. You can actually keep Twitch or Xsplit off of your broadcaster. So if you ever have Twitch up where you're broadcasting, it won't show up. That's really great. Enable Skype interaction. That's if you want Skype to be picked up in the voice. Optimize render. It says this option improves overall performance of most systems. So if you're feeling like you have a performance loss, go on ahead and come in here, check that, see how that works. I just leave it on. This is where you select your main source of audio. For me, I'm using my HD webcam C310. It's just the easiest mic I have at the moment. I don't really have a great mic. Have that selected. Nothing too fancy. If you need to do a delay to fit your video, that's fine. And then if you're having local recordings, this is where you set to do your local recordings. Again, you have your list of resolutions, and you can set hotkeys if you want to switch between your. This is more like production value. You can switch and start your stream, going between your different presentations that way. So now that we have that, going ahead and talk about presentations a little bit. These down here are your presentations. Your presentations actually are what you choose to stream to your viewers. That's how you add your different overlays, you customize, things like that. You always want to come down here to the add, and I usually start off by adding my webcam. So you go to your cameras. These are usually going to be camera sources, any kind of USB devices, things like that. I have my webcam. I'm going to go through these really quick. Blackmagic WDM capture, Decklink video capture, and DX3 video 1 through 4. Now I actually don't know what DX3 video 2, 3, 4, the Blackmagic WDM capture are. I've never used them. Decklink is actually my BMI Pro. My webcam's my webcam, and DX3 video 1 is whenever I want to use DX3 to stream into Xsplit, and I can do a tutorial on that if you guys would like. So usually the most thing you're going to ever see me use in my presentations are going to be DX3, Decklink, and Logitech. Now, other than that, I use a lot of screen region. Add screen region, click anywhere on your desktop, and boom, you can see it kind of comes up in here. You want to maximize that and leave it alone. So you can go ahead and remove that. Now, as far as your nitty-gritty stuff, this is my webcam. You can move it around. You want to set it in place. I just have it like that. I have the black bars on the side a little bit. Looks pretty nice. I like it. And you do that, you get any graphics that you want to add to your channel or to your presentation. You're going to go to Add Media File. Oops. Add Media File, and you're going to find the location. So find the location, find whatever you're looking for, and go ahead and add that. I'll just pick a banner or something. So if I didn't want that to say that, or if I wanted that banner up here, I could have that like right here. So something like that. Go ahead and remove that. Now, different presentations save for different things. You can see I have a COD, DayZ, has my DayZ overlay. You can see my desktop, really nice. League of Legends overlay, it's the older one I was using where I had, kind of straddled. WoW overlay, have the nice little thing up in the top right corner. Dictates. You can see I have the overlay made. Graphics designers are usually going to be the best people to make this one. I have this one right here, Battlefield. This is going to be a DX recap, so you don't see anything here, but whenever I actually start my stream, I turn on my DX and then my stream view comes in. And my League of Legends overlay, you can see I have the overlay artwork in here as well as the way I have it set up for Diablo. So I think that's pretty much going to cover my starter guide on how to using XSplit. If you have any other questions, please leave it in the comments. I would love to help out, guys. Again, this is not going to be specific for you. If you know you don't have a great internet connection and let's see, you don't have the best computer, I would say start at about 700 bitrate, 700 buffer. Put your quality around 5 to 8. Try a resolution of 16:9 that's anything below 720p, and leave your FPS, your frames per second, at 30. Try that. If it's still not running right, if you're starting up your stream and you're seeing a lot of drop frames, just lower yourself. And if you actually are doing fine, you think the performance is looking good, then you can always walk yourself up and see how it does. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Hope it wasn't too long, about 12 minutes. And you guys have a good day. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with in the future. If you have any other questions about tech stuff, I can see what I can find out. See if it's something I know about. I'll try to help you. If you want to follow me, please follow me at Crashies. Subscribe to my channel here at Crashy TV. And follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Crashies with a Z. So I'll catch you guys later. Take it easy.